Hello and welcome. Today we are gonna solve this Nginx SSRF misconfiguration challenge. It's on rootme.org. We have an Nginx configuration file right here. We're gonna need to figure out where is the vulnerability. It says here it's SRF, so we're gonna try and go through this code. We can open this challenge. It's like an admin type of stuff, but it doesn't work. Okay. If we go here, we have server listen at port 80. We have this root directory. Okay, resolver, location. We have the login. It's gonna send us to the login page right here. Great. We have /static. Let's try to visit it. Oh, it's forestry forbidden. Okay, so it's forbidden. It's okay. We have /uploads. Oh, it's allowed for 127. It's allowed for localhost basically. So this explains the SRF that we have to do. Okay, we have location, dir enumeration or enum, and a regex that matches anything after it, and it then passes it through the proxy to this HTTP web server Apache, then places this regex right here. So okay, let's open up a notepad, for example. Okay, we have this. Let's go to the notepad and let's go to this dir enum. Okay, if we go here to dir enum, if we search for dir enum, for example, what does it say? It says not found. What about slash? It says forbidden. Okay, you notice here that I put the slash. What the proxy did is that it came here and it did this. When it did this, it added the slash. If we add test right here, for example, it adds /test. So it tries to visit this, but it doesn't exist. Okay, but this exists, but it gives us 403 if we went like this. Okay, so how can we exploit this? Well, we know that it's an SRF vulnerability, so it's gonna we have this base URL. We can add anything in here to get SRF. Okay, there's stuff we can do. We can add dot, let's say 127.0.0.1 at port 80, for example. Let's try to add this. We got 502 back gateway. Okay, so maybe instead of the dot we try to add this colon. Maybe it will work. Oh, it's internal server error. Okay, so maybe it's not allowed, or at least we know it's being passed to something, but it errors. It gives us an error. Okay, what if we try this? Maybe, for example, this is the @ sign. Well, before we try it, or let's try it. Tells us back gateway. Okay, why did we put an @ sign? I already solved this, so I know it will work with this, but why did we do this? A URL is considered valid if it has these stuff in it. It has a user and password and @domain.com and a path, like maybe test, and a parameter equals something. So if we do this will be considered a user to this, and it will resolve to this IP right here, but using this user. But you localhost, or like, okay, let's try, instead of localhost, let's try google.com, for example. This will go to google.com and tell it, hey, I am this user, can you accept me? But google.com doesn't even require a username, so it will accept it easily. Okay, now let's open up burp. I want to try something. I haven't tested, but I think it may work. Okay, since now I have my burp ready, I'm gonna get this and send it to repeater. Let's try to send our collaborator payload in here instead of this. Maybe it will work, who knows. It's stuck. I don't know why. It says 502 back gateway, but did we get anything? So we got nothing. and I kept searching for stuff that has to do with SRF. I tried, instead of this, I tried to remove these dots. I tried octal numbering instead of this. Tried a lot of stuff, but one thing that came to mind, I mean, I figured it out like half an hour late, but I should have figured it out earlier. There is a website called nib.io. Okay, what does this nib.io do? Let's open up Paint so I can explain. Okay, let's say that we have, this is our Nginx server. Okay, it's gonna send a request using the SRF to the nib.io, which is, let's say this is nib.io. okay, this is Nginx. Let's give it the color. Okay, let's give this nib.io this color, and we are now right here. This is Nginx. So what Nginx does is it sends a request to nib.io using the SSRF we have right here. Where is it? Right here. And what does nib.io do? Nib.io has this schema. We have this 10.0.0.1.nib.io maps out to this. Okay, but what does this mean? This means that when Nginx sends a request to nib.io using the SSRF that we have, first it replies that or resolves as nib.io. okay, this is the first request, but it has a short time to live. What is time to live? It basically tells the browser that you're gonna have to send another request after this one is done. Okay, but the browser already remembers that it resolves to nib.io, this domain, which it doesn't resolve to the local host. Let's say, for example, we have this 127.0.0.1.nib.io. okay. First thing, when we send a first request to this nib.io, it only resolves, or it resolves as the IP for nib.io website. So this bypasses our, let's say we have a firewall that checks if this is gonna, if the URL we're gonna send, which is maybe, let's say we're gonna send 127.0.0.1, if it's gonna resolve to localhost, then disregard this, throw away an error, and tell the user it's not allowed, for example. But if it resolves to an external website like nib.io, for example, then tell the user this is okay because it's an external website. Okay, so when the Nginx sends a request, it will be accepted, but then it has a short time to live, so it's gonna have to send a second request to it. But this time, when it sends the second request, the browser remembers that it's nib.io, but it will not resolve to nib.io, it will resolve to the local host, but it already remembers it's nib.io, which to the firewall's eye, it's an external server, so this should work. So let's maybe try and now to send. I hope you understand. You're gonna understand this as soon as we try to type it. If you send this should give you an error still. It gave you an error, but why did it give you an error? Well, you have to add something before this. If you go right here and try to add, for example, app.ib.nib.io, it maps out to this. I still don't know why this didn't work. I mean, it's DNS Rebinding, maybe I have to send it a couple of times, but no, it doesn't work. But then I started reading on this nib.io. I saw that I can send app.ib.nib.io, which maps out to this, and I can send this, all of this. Okay. So let's maybe try app.localhost.nib.io at port 80, because we know that it runs on port 80, whereas it's listen at port 80. You see an internal server error. Okay, why does it give us an internal server error? Let's try to send it again. Still the same thing. Okay, let's try to visit the uploads directory. Maybe this could work. Oh, I forgot a slash. Yeah, it says now 404 not found, which is a huge sign. This means that this is working. This is resolving to something. Maybe it's not localhost, but maybe it is. Let's try to send us to the uploads request. we got a 200. Okay, index of uploads, let's render it, could be easier. We have this nconf.back and nginx.conf.back. Let's try to open this file, for example. Let's see. Okay, it says server and the stuff. Congrats, the flag is rm/srf via nginx. Ooh. Okay, let's test this on here. Let's see if it will work. This should work. Oh, it downloads the file directly. Okay, it's an insecure file, but we viewed it through Verb, so it's okay. I hope you understand this DNS rebinding stuff. It's if you don't understand it that well, you can research it. It's easy. You can even host a Python server to try it with. So let's go maybe and ask ChatGPT so I can understand it better, or you can understand it better. I don't understand it. So let's open my terminal and let's open ChatGPT. Let's cd maybe /challenge and nano dns.by. For example, let's ask ChatGPT to make a simple Python request or Python script, sorry. Okay, it replied with this. Let's save it. I copied it. So we're gonna host the server python dns.by. Okay, now let's it says we can test it via this. So let's try to dig. Okay, this server should resolve with this IP at first. This is the attacker IP, and this is the second IP, so which is localhost. In this example, we're gonna find or try to dig and see what we're gonna get back as an IP. We're gonna let's go. This is the fake domain, by the way. This is what we're using, but we are using our localhost as a DNS server because it's not on Google. Okay, as we can see here, it replied with this this IP, which is the first IP it should reply with. Now if we try to dig a second time, it will reply with localhost, which is exactly why we were able to visit localhost using this